Well, I think that it's always frustrating me. You don't have a game. You want to play every week. That's what you build your training up for, really. And it's always a little bit awkward when you have that free week. But we just have to keep working the players hard, and that's what we continue to do. But try and get the balance right. You don't want to be too intense and down their throats all the time. You've got to make sure that you keep the atmosphere as buoyant as you possibly can, and ultimately you get this week out the road. And in terms of just topping up the fitness levels and the sharpness levels, really that's what we've been looking to do. No, we haven't arranged any game. We had a reserve game, development game on Tuesday night, and a number of players we felt needed games played in that, and I think that was important. The other players, I think, as I said before, you just try and keep a level of perspective on things and not get too frustrated by certain aspects that we know we have to improve on. But the best way to do that is just work hard at it, so that's what we'll continue to do.
Transfer deadline today, you get planned any activities?
No, I don't see anything specifically happening. Obviously, we can still take emergency loans after the transfer deadline, and that's something that we've inquired about from day one, really, since we come back in to pre-season, and a number of the clubs that we spoke to said that when the time's right, they'll notify us if the players become available. So we'll have to wait and see if that happens. You can never tell. You might get a phone call out the blue that alerts you to a player that you maybe didn't think would be available, or a move's falling through for someone else. There's a variety of things at times that these things can happen unexpectedly. So, but unless something unexpected does happen, then I don't anticipate too much working.
A couple of boys have went out. Lou Strats went to Albion's actually done really well first two games. I think they were bruised, and they scored the second game. Ben Eltley's went to Greenock, and Scott Miller went to Clydebank. Scott scored last night. If you boys have been out on loan, you guys a wee bit about your thoughts on?
Yeah, I think it's really important for young players to go on loan. As we said, we're taking guys, and we've done that in the past from other clubs, from the bigger clubs, because they get first team football and they get experience, and they get the demands that are required to play physically and mentally, and that responsibility, which is the most important thing, responsibility of playing and winning matches. And I think whether it's Ben and Scott that go there, I think it's invaluable experience, and I think that there'll be another 3 or 4 boys will do that perhaps today, but certainly over the next couple of days they'll go out and loan as well, the younger ones. So we're doing in reverse really a little bit. We're letting our young players to go out to get first team experience, and maybe perhaps looking to bring in 1 or 2 players from other clubs to give them more experience as well. But obviously ultimately they've got to be good enough, so our young boys have got to be good enough to go straight into those clubs and make an impact. And similarly, any players we bring in, we feel they've got to be good enough. It's not just about helping their potential. And over the last couple of years, I think just about all the players we've brought in from clubs on loan have all done very well for us.
How does it work with yourself in terms of the boys who are out? Do you get reports back? Obviously you don't really get much chance to go and watch them because you're involved yourself.
Yeah, well, for instance, in Lewis Strap's case, and obviously Jim Weir called me after in the Sunday and gave me an update on how he felt that Lewis went. And I think it's always important to get the manager. You're right, he did get very good reviews, but that's a journalist's opinion, and no disrespect, it's not something I really look at. So I look at the manager, and also from our point of view, we may well send obviously people that work for us and do reports and things like that, or whether it's maybe one of the staff. So for instance, Dan Barr, for instance, might go and look at the boys to see how they're doing, and just get an update from the coaches that they work with and from their own staff.
Andy Bryan is just leaving there to go to Scotland. Just get your thoughts on Andy going away to Scotland?
Yeah, I mean, delighted for Andy. He had a little taste of it last year as well. I think it was the 19s. I think he went with it last year, and this year he's been upgraded to 21s. So no, it's fantastic for him. He's absolutely. You can see he's excited about it. And I think it's great at any level, whether it's a footballer or a coach or a member of staff. But for Andy, as everybody knows, he's been with us for a long time, and to get those rewards now and going into a national setup is a wee bonus for him, but it's something completely different, as I said, and he's a big Scotland fan as well, so he's really excited about it. Yeah, of course. I mean, it'd be unbelievably cruel if you deny someone the opportunity to go in a national side at any level. and Davy Wiley, another one who's been here for a good number of years, is more than happy to muck in and help with the duties. And that just tells you the type of guy that Davy is, but also, as I said, the type of club that we have here, where everyone just pitches in. But you know, so we're all happy to help. We don't do it quite as well as Andy does, but Davy, as I said, is more than a capable deputy.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very much.